Everything you see around you, every structure, every innovation, every success story began as a thought, a spark in someone's mind that dared to imagine something beyond the ordinary. The human mind is not limited to what is already visible. It is a vessel capable of holding possibilities that have yet to materialize. When you begin to truly recognize the strength of your inner vision, you unlock a force more potent than any external circumstance. This is not just daydreaming. This is the first step toward shaping reality itself. Your inner vision is the blueprint of your life. Every decision, every action, every result stems from the images you create within. If you can see it clearly, in your mind, you are already planting the seeds for it to manifest. The challenge is that most people underestimate this power. They wait for external signs, for permission from circumstances, or for validation from others. The truth is, nothing outside of you will grant your dreams life. The life you desire begins within the theater of your imagination. When you close your eyes and picture a future so vivid, it almost feels tangible. Something remarkable happens in your brain. Neural pathways activate in a way that aligns your emotions, your thoughts, and even your subconscious actions with the reality you are envisioning. You start to notice opportunities that others miss. Patterns emerge that guide you, and choices that once seemed impossible suddenly become natural. This is not magic, it is the science of focused imagination. Your mind begins to operate as if the vision is already unfolding. But vision alone is not enough. You must elevate it with clarity and precision. Vague dreams produce vague results. The clearer you are about what you want, the more energy your mind can mobilize toward it. Imagine your vision as a laser, cutting through the distractions, the doubts, and the noise of daily life. When your mental image is sharp, your internal compass becomes unshakable. It begins to attract the circumstances, people, and resources necessary to bring it into reality. Most importantly, your inner vision is a declaration, a statement to yourself and the universe that you are ready to step into a higher level of existence. It carries an unspoken authority. Every thought you harbor, every image you focus on, is a signal to the world and to your own subconscious that this is not fantasy. This is the direction of your life. By investing energy in your vision daily, you begin to feel the momentum building. Your confidence grows, your decisions sharpen, and your path becomes undeniable. Do not mistake small, fleeting ideas for your true vision. Deep within, there is an image that excites you, that makes your heart race with anticipation. That is the vision you must cultivate relentlessly. Feed it with imagination, belief, and unwavering attention. Every success, every breakthrough, every life-changing moment starts here in the quiet power of your inner mind. When you truly embrace this, you are no longer waiting for reality to change. You are actively shaping it. Your inner vision is not a distant dream, it is a living blueprint. It is already working to manifest itself if you honor it, protect it, and focus on it with unwavering intention. Start seeing it with absolute clarity, because the moment your vision becomes vivid enough, you will discover that reality has already begun to bend in its favor. Most people live as though their dreams exist in a distant world, far removed from the life they are currently living. They believe there is a gap between what they imagine and what they experience. The truth is, that gap only exists in perception. The moment you commit to imagining your future with intensity, you collapse that distance. Your mind begins to operate on a higher plane where thought and reality are not separate but intimately connected. The bridge between now and your vision is built the instant you truly see it. Imagination is not a passive activity. It is a powerful force that reshapes your brain, alters your emotional state, and rewires your actions. When you vividly imagine a goal, seeing it, feeling it, even hearing it in your mind, you are sending signals to your subconscious that this reality is possible and necessary. your subconscious begins to organize itself to align with that vision. Synchronicities appear. Opportunities emerge. People and resources gravitate toward you in ways that seem almost miraculous. This is not luck, it is the direct consequence of collapsing the gap between thought and reality. Consider this. When you imagine something with clarity, your body and mind begin to prepare as though it is already happening. Your posture changes. Your energy shifts, and your decisions start to align with the imagined reality. Every small action you take is no longer random. It is a step along the trajectory of your vision. You start living in advance of your circumstances, and when life presents challenges, you no longer perceive them as barriers. They become signposts guiding you toward your goal. Collapsing the distance also requires eliminating hesitation. The longer you wait, the wider the gap seems. Doubt and procrastination reinforce the illusion of separation. Action without full belief is like building a bridge without supports. It may hold for a moment, but it will not sustain your progress. True collapse occurs when thought, belief, and action converge. You imagine it so clearly, believe it so deeply, and act with such precision that the world has no choice but to respond. This process is subtle, yet profound. You may begin to notice that people, circumstances, and even chance events start aligning in ways that support your vision. Doors open that were previously invisible. Conversations happen at just the right time. Resources appear when you need them most. The universe begins to mirror the inner clarity you have cultivated. It is as if reality itself is bending to match the intensity of your imagination. The key is consistency. A fleeting thought will not collapse the distance. A sustained, deliberate, and emotionally charged vision will feed it daily. See it in your mind's eye. Feel it as if it exists right now. Speak about it as though it is already real. Each repetition strengthens the connection between the imagined and the actual, until eventually the line separating them disappears entirely. The moment you realize that reality is not separate from thought, fear loses its grip. The impossible becomes probable. The distant becomes near. What once seemed like a dream in the faraway horizon now feels like a reality that is already emerging. When you collapse the distance between thought and reality, you step into the most powerful position imaginable, the position of a creator, not a spectator, in your own life. Belief is the invisible engine that transforms thought into reality. Without it, even the clearest vision remains trapped in imagination, never crossing the threshold into existence. What you think you can achieve is limited only by what you choose to believe. Every breakthrough, every success story, every monumental change begins with belief, does not just a feeling. It is the active force that activates your mind, body, and environment to cooperate with your vision. The human mind is a filter. It shapes the world you experience according to what you accept as possible. If you believe in limitations, you will encounter them at every turn. If you believe in your potential, the same reality begins to transform itself to fit your conviction. Belief acts like a magnet, drawing circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with what you hold to be true. When your belief is unwavering, the universe responds not to doubt or hesitation, but to the certainty that you radiate. Belief is not born from wishful thinking. It is forged through understanding, repetition, and emotional commitment. You must immerse yourself in the reality of what you want. Feel it as if it already exists, and refuse to allow external skepticism to weaken your certainty. Every doubt that creeps in is a signal to reinforce your belief, to double down on the inner conviction that your vision is achievable. Belief is resilient. It grows stronger when challenged, like steel tempered in fire. When belief becomes the driving force, your actions begin to align effortlessly with your goals. You move through life with clarity and purpose because your subconscious has accepted the reality of your vision. Obstacles no longer feel like permanent barriers. They become tests designed to strengthen your resolve. Belief changes how you perceive challenges. What others see as impossible, you recognize as an opportunity to demonstrate the power of your conviction. Belief also influences how others perceive you. Confidence born from deep conviction radiates outward. People are drawn to it. Doors open. Conversations shift and collaborations materialize. When you embody unwavering belief, you send a signal that your vision is not negotiable. The energy of certainty is contagious, and it invites support from sources that remain invisible to those who doubt. It is essential to recognize that belief is not a static state. It is a dynamic process. You cultivate it daily, strengthen it with every aligned action, and defend it against every voice that challenges it. Visual reinforcement, affirmations, and deliberate practice all act as tools to deepen your conviction. Your belief is the soil in which the seeds of your vision grow. Neglect it, and your vision remains dormant. Nourish it, and it blossoms into reality. The greatest individuals in history did not succeed because the path was easy. They succeeded because their belief refused to yield. They imagined what others could not see and held it as absolute truth. They acted with certainty, even when the world doubted, and that unwavering belief propelled them forward. Belief is more than faith. It is the catalyst that converts the intangible into tangible. It is the bridge between imagination and reality. Without it, your vision is a fleeting thought. With it, your vision becomes inevitable. When you harness the power of belief, you no longer wait for the world to confirm your potential. You become the architect of your destiny, and nothing can stop the reality you are determined to create. Where your attention goes, energy follows. This is one of the most profound truths of human existence. Every moment spent thinking, feeling, and acting with intention sends a powerful signal to your mind, your body, and your surroundings. Focus is the invisible force that aligns the universe with your vision. Without it, potential remains scattered, diluted, and unrealized. With it, the impossible begins to take shape before your eyes. Most people underestimate the power of concentrated attention. They allow their minds to drift across countless distractions, social media, opinions of others, random worries, dissipating the energy that could be harnessed to manifest their goals. Energy cannot exist without direction. Imagine it as a beam of light. If it is scattered, it warms nothing. If it is focused, it ignites. Every moment you intentionally direct your thoughts toward a specific vision magnifies your ability to bring it into existence. Focus is more than mental attention, it is emotional alignment. To truly harness energy, you must feel as if your vision is real. Visualization without emotion is like starting an engine without fuel. When your heart and mind are synchronized with your desired outcome, your energy becomes magnetic. Opportunities, resources, and the right people are drawn to you almost effortlessly. It is not coincidence, it's the natural law that governs life. Energy follows focus. Action is another crucial element. Focus without action is an incomplete equation. But action that is chaotic or misaligned dissipates energy instead of concentrating it. True mastery comes from focusing your attention on a single outcome, then allowing every action, every conversation, every decision, every habit to reinforce that focus. Your energy becomes unstoppable when your vision guides every step. World starts to bend around your determined attention. Focus also filters reality. When you are clear about what you want, your mind begins to notice things that others overlook. Patterns emerge, timing shifts. People appear who are aligned with your purpose. Circumstances that seemed random suddenly make sense. Your attention is a lens, revealing pathways to your vision that were always present but invisible to the unfocused eye. Resistance will appear, it always does. Distractions, doubts, and obstacles are natural tests of focus. But the more intensely you maintain your attention on your goal, the less power these challenges hold. Focus transforms resistance into feedback. Each difficulty becomes a guidepost, showing you where your energy is being scattered and where to redirect it with precision. This principle extends beyond thought into physical energy. Focused energy shapes habits, builds momentum, and ignites confidence. Every habit, every ritual, every repeated action becomes infused with the power of your concentrated attention. Life itself begins to move in rhythm with your vision. The force that once felt external now feels like a direct reflection of your inner clarity. Ultimately, energy follows focus because the universe responds to intensity. The more sharply you define your vision, the more naturally reality conforms to it. Every distraction avoided, every moment of deliberate thought, every aligned action compounds your influence. Your focus becomes a gravitational force, pulling your vision into existence with a precision and speed that cannot be denied. When you understand that energy always follows focus, you no longer drift through life passively. You become an active creator. Every thought, every decision, every action is infused with purpose. Your vision is no longer a distant dream, it becomes a living, breathing reality, unfolding as your attention commands it. Vision without action is a dream suspended in the air, beautiful but intangible. Action without alignment is effort wasted, like rowing a boat against the current. True transformation occurs when your actions perfectly match the possibilities you envision. Alignment between your steps and your vision creates a momentum so powerful that the world itself seems to move in your favor. Every possibility that exists begins to crystallize when action is guided by clarity and purpose. The first step to alignment is clarity. You must know exactly what you want to achieve and recognize the path that leads there. Every action you take must be intentional, purposeful, and directly connected to your desired outcome. This is not about random hustling or busy work. It is about strategically positioning yourself in ways that amplify your vision. Each choice, conversation, and effort should act like a thread, weaving together the fabric of your future. Aligned. Action requires courage. Many hesitate because they fear failure, rejection, or the unknown. But inaction guarantees stagnation. Action aligned with vision transforms fear into a signal it highlights where you need to step forward, not where you should retreat. Each courageous step, no matter how small, compounds over time, creating a rhythm of progress that attracts more opportunities. The world responds to decisiveness. An aligned action sends a magnetic signal that you are ready for what you imagine. Opportunities emerge when action and possibility intersect. The universe does not create chances for those who wait passively. It creates opportunities for those who move deliberately in alignment with their vision. Doors open unexpectedly, conversations happen at the right time, and solutions appear when action resonates with possibility. Your energy, focus, and effort converge to create a pathway that seems to have been designed specifically for you. Consistency is the key to maintaining alignment. Alignment is not a one-time event. It is a continuous practice. Every day, assess your actions against your vision. Remove what does not serve it and double down on what brings it closer. This disciplined approach ensures that your energy is never scattered, that your progress is measurable, and that your momentum grows exponentially. Possibility becomes a living reality when your steps follow a consistent, purposeful rhythm. Aligned. Action also involves flexibility. The path to any goal is rarely linear. Obstacles, delays, and unforeseen events are inevitable. But alignment is not rigid. It is adaptive. It requires adjusting your methods without compromising your vision. The ability to pivot intelligently while keeping your destination in focus. ensures that every effort contributes meaningfully to the eventual outcome, when action and possibility are perfectly aligned. The experience is transformative. You know, longer feel as though you are chasing a dream, you feel as though the dream itself is moving toward you. Your confidence rises, your momentum accelerates, and the energy around you shifts. The universe conspires with your clarity, producing results that feel inevitable. Ultimately, aligning action with possibility turns potential into reality. It bridges the gap between thought and manifestation, ensuring that your vision is not just imagined, but lived. The more precisely your actions resonate with your goals, the faster the impossible becomes attainable. Alignment is not optional, it is the force that converts dreams into concrete outcomes. When your actions follow the possibilities inherent in your vision, you are no longer a passive participant in life, you are its architect, shaping reality with every deliberate step. Time is one of the greatest illusions humanity has ever agreed upon. We treat it as if it is linear past, present, and future, laid neatly in a straight line. But in truth, time is not a ruler stretched across existence. Time is more like a web with infinite threads intersecting, coexisting, all happening at once. What you call your future already exists, waiting for you to step into it. What you call your past is not gone, but imprinted in the vast field of reality. You are not moving through time, time is moving through you. Think about it. The memory of your childhood still lives in your mind. It is alive in your emotions, alive in the photographs on your wall, alive in the way you move and the choices you make. That past isn't erased. It still exists on its timeline. And your future self, the one you dream about, the one you imagine at night, is already alive in another timeline, waiting for you to align with it. The question is not whether it exists, but whether you will choose to meet it. This changes everything. Because if time is not a straight line, then you are not a prisoner of your circumstances. You are not bound to repeat the same cycles. You can step sideways into a new timeline, one where your destiny is brighter, richer, fuller than the one you see in front of you. But to do so, you must first release the chains of linear thinking. You must let go of the belief that you are on the way and instead understand that you already are. Every great transformation begins when someone realizes that the future is not something they wait for, it is something they embody now. The athlete who sees themselves as a champion before the medal is placed around their neck. The entrepreneur who feels wealthy before the bank account reflects it. The artist who identifies as a creator before the world applauds. They are all collapsing time. They are stepping into the vibration of their future before it arrives. And by doing so, they make it inevitable. The illusion of time keeps most people trapped. They wait for the right moment. They wait for the conditions to be perfect. They wait for permission from life. But those who understand that time bends, they don't wait. They become, and when you become, time rearranges itself around you. Opportunities you could not have planned for appear. People you never expected to meet cross your path. Events that seem like miracles fall into place. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is alignment with a timeline already alive. So, stop asking, when will my future come? The truth is, it is already here. The only question is, will you choose to walk into it?